All right, former world champion Billy Dibb. Billy, a great opportunity for Munir on this card. Firstly, what are your thoughts on his fight?
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's a really big opportunity. Obviously, Wade Ryan is a somewhat of a gatekeeper. He's a veteran. He's been in the sport for a long time. He's faced the who of who. You know what I mean? Like say he's been in there with some of the biggest names, and I just feel like this is the moment for Munir to step up and step out of that shadow and start making a big name for himself in Australian boxing.
Wade Ryan, he's sort of known as a bit of a spoiler. You know, he likes to sort of, take away his opponent's best assets. What are you expecting from Wade Ryan in this fight?
I mean, I expect him to do the same thing. He and Munir have shared some rounds in the past, so I'm sure he expects, to see some of that power from Munir. But it's different once the 10-ounce gloves are on. Once Munir hits him with them 10-ounce gloves, it's going to be a whole different ballgame. You know what I mean? So he did try to bring that pressure when they sparred, but I think, going into this, Munir is in the best condition that he's ever been in. I've never seen him look this good, never seen him this focused. So he knows what's at stake, and I'm sure that he's going to come out and give out the best that he can.
Why did you sort of decide to get involved with Munir? What do you see in him, and how far do you think he can take it?
Well, I met Munir a long time ago, and one of his trainers back in Saudi is a good friend of mine, Nettles Nasser, and he was talking to me about him, and I've seen a little bit of footage of him, and then he brought him to Australia, and when I seen him in the gym, I thought this kid's an absolute phenom. You know what I mean? He had speed, power, agility, very elusive, and I just thought this kid's got all the attributes that it takes to become a champion. Just got to get him with the right team, and obviously No Limit's doing a great job giving him the opportunity, the platform, and he's got the right trainer in Harry Hamoud now. So I think this kid definitely possesses the artillery, and that's why I wanted to get involved with him.
Now, the main event on this card, Sam Goodman sees a Vaka. What are your thoughts on that?
Look, Sam Goodman's in a class of his own. He's an absolute gem of a fighter. He's doing really well in Australian boxing. It's just unfortunate that he suffered those 2 cuts going into the Inoue fight. But I feel like, Mexicans are always tough. They're always going to bring the best out of you. And I feel that this is just another opportunity for Sam Goodman to showcase his abilities and show the Australian public why he's ranked #1 in the world.
Now, last time we spoke, we were talking about Tim Tszyu, potential fight with Keith Thurman, Sebastian Fundora. You said perhaps avoid a fight with Fundora. That fight's sort of been signed now. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, look, Tim's team know what they're doing. For me, I wish he hadn't. You know what I mean? Because obviously, Sebastian Fundora's on a bit of a high right now, and and obviously, they brought Tim back against Joey Spence, and Joey was not the Fundora caliber. You know what I mean? Sebastian Fundora is going to bring a lot of pressure, a lot of volume. And I just hope that Tim is going to be in good enough condition to be able to deal with that. Obviously there's going to be the, the scars of the past, but, I'm always going to back Tim. I love Tim, and I feel that, Tim definitely has proved me wrong on a few occasions. I picked against him once when he fought against Jeff Horn. I said I'd never do it again. So I won't pick against him, but it's going to be a really tough fight.
How does Tim win this fight against Fundora? What does he need to do?
Super intelligent. Sharp as he was being in the first round. He was walking Fundora onto some good punches, but then again, Fundora's been in there with him now. He knows what to expect from Tim. And the thing is, Tim doesn't possess the same... the thing is with Tim, he hasn't got that work rate that Fundora's got. Fundora's got that, overwhelming work rate, Obviously, Fundora tasted Tim's power. He feels that he can deal with it, and he was dealing with it throughout that fight, but Tim was dealing with that cut as well as trying to knock this guy out. So hopefully Tim can put it all together and bring together a great performance to make him a 2-time world champion.
Opetaia, he's got a defence coming up. You're a big fan of Opetaia. What does he need to do to sort of get those big fights? Sort of Badu Jack fight on the weekend. You were over there for that fight. What does Jai need to do to get those fights?
Badu Jack is a great friend of mine. So he asked me to come over and support him, and I said, of course I would. But Jai Opetaia is an absolute legend of a fighter. I just see he's got all the skills. He's got all the attributes to be a superstar, and I think he's doing that step by step. And I just feel like this next fight, he just needs to keep doing what he's doing. Obviously listen to his team, and he always performs really well. Jai he never turns up underdone or anything like that. He always turns up well done, ready to go. And I just feel that, all the light heavyweights have got to watch out for him. I actually told Badu Jack that I'd like to see him fight Zora Ramirez rather than fight Jai Opetaia right now. I just feel that because Jai Badu's been out of the ring for a long time, coming back. He was 2.5 year layoff to capture his championship again. I feel like a fight against Zordo Ramirez would be a better one because Zordo is a bit slower. You know what I mean? He's a bit of a plotter. Where you got Jai, who's a great mover, very, very, very fast and great elusiveness, and I think that makes for a hard fight against Badu. So, but I'd like to see Jai just continue doing what he's doing, and he's going to get them big fights, no doubt about it.
Nice one. Thanks, Billy.
Thank you very much.